Alrighty, what are we going to do today? So we currently have it. We currently have a rudimentary UI, but it doesn't respond to game state. So what we're going to do is try and get it to respond to game state. Yeah, that's what we'll do. That is what we'll do. So, what we're going to look for is setting it up to some sort of base state. Then after setting it up to some sort of base state, so we've got init domain row, and that inits a bunch of things. So we'll have, oh yeah, we've got them we've already got them up the top end. And we'll do the same for the experience line. So those bits, once created, will become one of the variables on the thing. So then we'll be able to run back over and set them again when we load the user data. So how about we throw in a simulated, I don't even know what simulated does, but throw in a simulated function. Okay, so we're going to pull this off, this whole concept of needing those stats straight away, and we're going to do it like this. And the reason for this is because that way we can have those change, they can update, and then we can go from there, rather than making it some sort of, because all this stuff gets created, it doesn't need to move or change or anything like that. We can pretty much do everything ourselves from there on. Right, so okay, so we've got ability icons, and we're going to throw them onto an array after we create them. So that we can go and get them. And all of them are going to be unavailable by default. Perk. Yeah, so we don't load an icon BG, we just set them. Yeah, that doesn't matter. You just set it to disable. So the foreground is always the same, and then the background is the one that gets set. That's fine. Okie dokie. So, got experience, we got all this sort of stuff. And then we've got ranks, experience, domain name, and the concept of earned abilities. So the simplest way to set this up is if rank's greater than 0, so the amount of ranks we've got like sort of in the pipeline to be applied. So we'll give it a name, rank points or something. Okay. Rank points. Technically the ranks come from somewhere else, so I'm like, it's a bit verbose, but anyway. Alright, so we've got this concept of domain stats, and they're being applied on the space. So we're always going to be hitting on the ability domain template for our information here. Pardon me. Excuse me. Alright, so the first thing we're sort of assessing is whether which abilities are available for purchase. So purchase, expertise for purchase, mastery for purchase. And these all start out false, and that's fine. So if domain stats dot earned abilities dot length greater than 4, greater than 3, greater than or equal to 4, and domain stats dot rank points greater than 1, greater than 0, then that means we're ready to purchase mastery. Let's make it a bit terser with this. And then to spend equals this. That way we can go if earned greater than or equal to 6, and rank points greater than 0, then mastery for purchase equals true. Next off, else if earned greater than or equal to 4, and rank points greater than 0, then what's it called? Mastery for, sorry, not mastery for purchase. We're talking about expertise for purchase. That's true. And then finally, else if rank points greater than 0, then competence for purchase. Okie dokie. Now for each of these abilities, okay, we've got an ability name, ability template. So now we're gonna work our way over these. And these all look very similar, but let's just work through it. It's okay if we use a bit of copy pasta here. So IX. Right, we need this because we're going to get the ability icon with it. So ability icon equals ability icons IX. Just so I'm not getting off by ones, I'm just going to do this instead. Mastery, expertise icons, and mastery icons. And yes, this is like, I don't need these free data structures, but it's not hurting anything to have them, and it makes it far more readable down the track. And it means that the numbers always add up for me, which I like. Or rather, I don't have to use math down there, array math. Morning, RoboJumper, how you doing? Alright, so that is competence icons now. Alright, next up, what are we looking at? We are looking at determining whether we... So, first of all, we check if earned. So this is running over the earned abilities. So, earned equals domain stats dot earned abilities dot find ability name does not equal index none. Okay, so after doing that check, what do we do then? Okay, now that we've got that, it's like if ability earned, then we pretty much know what to do. We just set the background color to be normal HTML color. If ability earned, also if competence for purchase, and the promotion per HTML color, and then else neither of those things are available, and then we're in disabled, which might be faded. disabled HTML color. Yep. Alright, function. I'm just going to do something that sets this ability icon for us. So, function color, so UI icon, ability icon, full and full available. Because this is really all we need. I think. And then we can ditch all of that for set ability icon color with a combination of ability icon, ability earned, and then competence for purchase. Alright, so let's just work our way through each of these. Mastery ability, sorry, expertise abilities. Expertise icons. And then we do the same for mastery abilities. Domains. So let's change that to now domain row dot what's it? Apply unit stats. Go. Get rid of that and close that up. So now potentially we've got this function here which can keep on getting remade. Okay, well, let's see if this compiles. I'll be right back while this is turning over. Did it work? Not yet. No ability domain row. Number 13. Line 13. Oh, missed the comma. Left a comma in rather. Let's try that again. Alright, bad expression after and end. 116. Huh. Oh, right. To spend. Missing variable declarations all day, every day. So once this works, assuming it works, then we'll be looking to make these rank points. Make it possible to learn abilities. Now this is indeed what it's supposed to be, so that's a good start. We'll throw in some extra padding here. I did say I was going to do that, but I haven't done it yet. So what we're looking to do is have clicks on here learn the ability. We won't go for any validation just yet. We'll just say, all right, you've learned the ability. Good job. So yeah, let's get that done. Give me some padding. Might not even be working. Anyway, don't matter. Next up, right. So yeah, button events. So what we want it to do is it does its thing, and then it calls out to its father, its parent, its mother, whatever you want to call it. It calls out to its parent, and that parent will repopulate data. So it'll be sort of unidirectional data flow. Things come out the bottom, talks to the top and says, hey, repopulate, and that's the way I'll make it work. Just because I said it. Right. So domain row. I wonder if there's I think there's a clear way to get the parent. Let me just double check, but I reckon it's in UI panels API. Parent panel, child panels. All right, so as long as we've got this one spawning it itself, then this should be able to get the parent panel. I think so. Okay. Yeah, so we've got this function, populate data, and as long as children can get its parent panel, because each of these are spawned. Oh, no, that becomes the child. Yeah, so it's actually not the child, so we should keep a reference. Go UI Armory. Let's just chuck it on there. Just chuck it on there. Screen UI equals self. If it breaks, it breaks. So be it. Okay, so what we want is we want a way for a particular domain stat. Look at stats for domain. Yeah, so this is a bit awkward. So what we want is a function with side effects, which learn. We'll have it return the state. Let's not even return the state. We'll go learn so we have name, domain name, name, ability name, yeah, it could work. I mean, I could just pass down a delegate and then give it the delegate. Yeah, let's do that. Gotta remember how the hell delegates work. My fatal flaw. I promise you I'm not an idiot. I forget these things. Alright, so that's the shape of the delegate. So we've got delegate called on clicked on domain ability learn, name, ability name, and name domain name. Yeah, right. I don't care about the button at this point, because that stuff's going to get updated. Right, so delegate on a domain ability learn. And then we got a function. So this is the definition of a delegate. And then it's not special, it's just a function. Isn't that right? So I just need a function. Yeah, I just need a function that does that exact thing using those things. All right, so function learn domain ability. So name, domain name, name, ability name. So we do, that's where my stream is. Okay, so we got domain name. So unit domain state right here. So grab that, then we go unit domain state dot learn ability for domain. Learn ability for domain, domain name, ability name. Right. All right, we're making changes. Let's just do it over here for now. New game state. We will in fact submit this. Of course we should. Unit domain state dot object ID. Learn ability for domain. And then we'll add the state object. And then we'll submit that. Sends it on its way and then run a populate data. The populate data should refresh everything, but it probably won't because I'll have made a mistake. Right. So what we're going to do for now, we won't bother with assertions just yet, we will do them. But, actually no, we will do an assertion. How do you do an assertion? Jesus Christ. I see them so many times, but I never really pay attention to them. It's with a tilde in front of it. There we go. Okay. So we'll just assert rank points are greater than 0. So this shouldn't be allowed to get to the game state. Get to the game state if it's like this. Alright. So hang on, we're gonna need to get the domain first. So local go unit domain stats equals get stat domain stats equals get stats for domain name. And then what it's going to do is go domain stats. We've got earned abilities. Go earned ability. Go earned ability. Domains. Now this is meant to have more detail to it eventually, like say what item and weapon it applies to, because we need that information when it comes to finalizing, but we're not going to use that right now, so we're literally just going to chuck on the ability name and call it a day. So ability name equals ability name, domain stats, it's struct. Gonna have to make sure we get the right one. So we're just gonna have to do this anyway, aren't we? I can't use domain. I'll just have to use domain. Alright, so domain ix, domain stats, domain name. Right, domain stats, domain ix, dot earned abilities, dot add item earned ability. And then subtract 1 from rank points. Does that work? I don't even know. Rank points. Take 1. There we go. Keep it dumb and simple. Right. And that's it. Alright, so now we need to jump into the row and actually hook up the handlers. And I need to look into how this all works, so join me as I investigate how this works. Mouse event delegate. Well, that looks like the one. Let's have a look at some other examples of on mouse event delegate. This one looks as good as any. On I don't want that. I don't want any of that. Okay, on class row mouse event. Preview row. But what about... Oh, I see. Utilities inputs. So that's what we want. Alright, cool. UI panel. UI panel. Alright. Alright. Alright, I'm just going to open UI utilities input on the other side of the world, otherwise known as the other screen. Mouse down, mouse up, delayed. Mouse down, right. Alright. So if mouse down, do a thing. And what is that thing? Actually, the interesting thing about this is we can start to do those switches, maybe make it look a bit more like the real ability icons, instead of using their crappy little bracket look. But let's just get this working first. Right. So, what we need to do is determine which ability icon it is, determine whether we're allowed to spend on it, and then determine whether we're allowed to buy that particular icon or buy that particular ability, and then go from there. So ability icon dot on mouse event delegate. On ability icon event. Alright. Okie dokie. So, first things first. Local UI icon. Ability icon. Ability icon equals UI icon panel. Coerce. Then after that, we need to verify whether we're meant to do a thing with this thing, and then we need to go from there. So unfortunately, we do need to still grab our domain stats. We should probably save those domain stats for posterity. Alright, so let's cache those domain stats. Right, so let's cache this as well. We don't want to have to rework this logic, so let's just put those balls up there, because every time we do the refresh, it's gonna check that information. local ix ability ix. So let's just do them one by one, then check, and then we know which one to sort of hit by. So if competence icons ability ix icons dot find ability icon, ix is not equal index none, and competence for purchase okay, so that means we're good to go with purchasing a competence ability, but now we need to determine whether this is one we've already bought or not. So right, domain stats, and we can also pick up the name of this one at this point. So local name ability name. A lot of this code is going to have to be rewritten because eventually these ability name thingamajigs are going to actually have to have some real information in them, and not just names, but which weapons and stuff that they bind to. But let's not worry about that just yet. Right. So ability name equals competence icons does not equal competence icons ability ix. What am I doing? Ability domain template dot competence abilities. So ability ix. So once we've got that ability name, we can then determine whether the ability is earned. Pow. And that will be domain name, which is ability domain template dot data name and ability name. Alright, and now we just repeat this 3 times. Wonder whether I should refactor that. Alright, mastery. Alright, that really is it, I think. So, might just try it, see what crashes, go from there. I did it again. Be right back. Do you have anything against that statement? This isn't exactly mission critical NASA software. Our acceptance testing might be a little more rigorous if that was the case. We well, that's interesting. So that was interesting. That one kicked off, probably because it's got this. It's the same as this one, so that's why that happened. Must have been a repeat of the same ability. Whoopsie doodle. However, let's look at someone else. Wow, there's an awful lot of access non-selected index. Setting up domain row 0. Huh. Let me just look at the code. All right, that's that code is running, and it seems to be hitting some sort of stature. As far as tests go, this isn't going too badly, but the rank points aren't going down, which is a problem. Yeah, the rank points aren't going down because I'm allowed to keep on creating things, which shouldn't be possible. So let's try and fix that. There's no reset, of course. These are things that need to be reset. Strange that it kept on letting me do that. Those assertions should have failed. Oops. Mastery for purchase. Otherwise, everything is not for purchase. What I might do just to make it easier to debug this, I might just make a little UI text thing that tells me how many points I have. That will work. All right. Height, take 30, and then the init text name, init text will be 0, and then we'll update it. Rank points text. I know I should have just chucked it in the UI to begin with. All right, and then we need an update of that down here. Oops. Rank points text, and let's find out what it actually was. UI text. There's something to do something, set text, I believe. Right, okay. So rank points text equals what's it called? It is to spend to a string, which we can do with just this, because I can't remember what the other thing for that is. But anyway, that will work, so I'm quite certain it will work. No, it won't work because it needs to be set text. And then what we might also do, random Unreal script. So what I just want to do is, instead rank points is going to be something random. And 0 to max take 1. Rand 8. We go rand 7 plus 1. So at minimum we've got 1 point for every single one of them. Alright, let's have another crack. I'm actually resetting the buttons. That I am actually doing. Yeah, it will always fall through to that disabled HTML color. So that's all good. Pardon me. Nope. Sorry, I'm just not even paying attention. Alright, so let's see how this goes. I'll probably finish off after this. Just 1 hour a night. Keep on chipping away at 7 6 1 1 1 4. Okay, 1. Okay, and now it's locked, and I can't choose any. Sniper can get 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 locked. 1 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4 5. Beautiful. All right. Well, mod's done. I can just stop now. I'm like greatest. Of course, we jest. So that's good. I'll get some little icon sitting underneath here to sort of better communicate this this number here, but that is pretty much exactly what I wanted. If I dig this person out, 1 2 1 2 3 4. Sweet. Alright, well, you're not really here to watch me click buttons, so I think what we'll do is we'll commit that, and next time around we'll make this data model thing and actually put some abilities on these characters here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, it's feeling good. Alright, we will be back next time. Thanks for watching. Got a record number of viewers. We got to 4. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Catch you around. Let's commit that. Make domain right, cool. I think I've said goodbye about 5 times now. I should probably just do it. All right.